Sleek lines, timeless design, and that unmistakable glassy shine. Classic fiberglass boats weren't just built, they were crafted to turn heads and stand out in the marina. But which of these legendary vessels have truly stood the test of time? From the legendary Leavens to the fanciest Aristocraft, the fame and frame of these fiberglass phenomena are an amazing spectacle of ingenuity and stunning design. Welcome to Vintage Boats, where whether you're a collector, enthusiast, or just someone who likes cool boats, we've got the videos for you. So if you enjoy the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Now let's dive into these 10 classic fiberglass boats that catch collectors' eyes. Okay, boat enthusiasts, let's start with Glastron, the rock star of the world of fiberglass boats. These little puppies are not only quick, they are cool like James Bond, literally like James Bond. If you've ever seen Live and Let Die, you might recall a boat soaring through the air, breaking a world record for the longest jump. Yes, that was a Glastron GT150 taking center stage. Based in Austin, Texas, 1956 was the year Glastron began producing boats, or more accurately, making statements. With stylish lines, flashy paint schemes, and radical hull styles such as the Super Stable V, SSV, these boats can get your attention before the engine had a chance to roar to life. It doesn't matter if you are a weekend warrior or a full-fledged speed freak, Glastron has a boat for you. And guess what? Folks are still wild about these classics. Restored Glastron sizzle on the collector's circuit, demonstrating that good style never fades away. So if you ever get the opportunity to cruise or own one of these stunners, consider yourself licensed to thrill. Oh, Canada, home of maple syrup, hockey, and deadly fiberglass boats? You bet. Leavens Bros Limited produced some of the grooviest fiberglass cruisers ever to sail across North American waters. If you've never heard of them, that just means you're not chatting up enough Canadian boat nerds. One of their best models, the Victor, was all smooth ride and cool looks. These bucks were made to withstand the toughest conditions. They are great for cruising around on lakes and rivers or running from moose. Okay, not that last one. Leavens boats are true treasures now, but if you ever see one, don't let it get away. Loads of these old-timers are being brought back, and let me tell you, having a vintage Leavens makes you roughly as hip as a Mountie in Canada on a jet ski. If Glastron was Hollywood's golden boy, Checkmate was the bad boy with an addiction to speed. Established in the 1960s, the brand had its focus set on living on the edge. Visualize it as the muscle car of boats, fast, loud, and designed to break waves. To the water, that is. These boats were not for lazy Sunday afternoon cruises. They were for individuals who wanted to sense the water rushing beneath their hulls. Models such as the MX-15 and Convincer had the ability to leave other boats in their wake. The aerodynamic hull styles and racing heritage made Checkmate boats the vehicle of choice for those who didn't merely wish to ride, but whose goal was to run over the water. Now, vintage Checkmate boats are still soaring across lakes, and if you ever get the opportunity to drive one, just be sure to hold on tight. And if you have been on one before, please share in the comments below, how did you handle that speed? Ever hear the phrase, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery? Well, Sidewinder boats have learned all about that. These fiberglass bullets gained so much popularity during the late 60s and 70s that other manufacturers literally attempted to copy their designs. Lawsuits rained down, but one thing was certain, Sidewinder was the authentic article. With their swoopy curved windshields and intimidating stance, these boats appeared to be in a hurry even when they weren't moving. But when you revved up that engine, hang on to your sunglasses. If you are a water sports aficionado, a racer, or just desire to make a statement, a Sidewinder is the ultimate flex. If you ever come across an old Sidewinder for sale, grab it before someone else does. Because, believe me, these boats have plenty of bite left in them, and it turns way more heads than the Mustang in your garage. And if you're after a boat that proclaims, I love the finer things, but I also love to floor it, then Aristocraft is the right choice for you. These fiberglass stunners are all about function meets form. One of their most hip creations was the Aristocraft 19, with a sliding hardtop. Yes, we said that correctly. If you desire an open-air cruise, slide it back, and if the weather doesn't cooperate, slide it forward. It's like the convertible of the seas. The 19 boasted a sharp jet age look, making it one one of the most futuristic-looking boats of the era. And with an inboard motor that was a powerhouse, this was no Sunday cruise. But on the contrary, this boat had some oomph. Aristocraft was known for its craftsmanship. Established by Claude Turner in the 1940s, the business was a family operation that prided itself on making quality boats for the recreational boating industry. Although they ultimately discontinued mass production, the Turner family continues to handcraft some of the wooden Aristocraft boats for enthusiasts who value that old-school touch. If you ever have the opportunity to ride in an Aristocraft, do it. These boats are dripping with old-school cool, and they're the ideal combination of refinement and performance. It's like going back to an era when boating was all about style, as much as it was about speed. Who requires a yacht when you can own a Ken Cat? These small fiberglass boats of the 1960s were pocket rockets, demonstrating that good things do come small, or as Italians like to say it, nella botte piccola c'è il vino buono. They were light, quick, and perfect for zipping across the lake without the worry of docking space. Ken Cat boats were convenient all the way, quick to set up, and full of hours of fun. And they came with retro styling that made you look effortlessly cool. But don't let their size fool you, because these little boats had plenty of kick, and they were just perfect for weekend getaways or whim-inspired water excursions. The Ken Cat's biggest strength was undoubtedly its versatility. The boats were designed for sunshine fun, but could be also used for fishing, light competition, and even as yacht tenders. Their fiberglass construction made them durable, and their small size made them easy to store and tow. Spotting a vintage Ken Cat is as elusive as spotting a classic Mini Cooper. Quaint, unusual, and way too much fun. If you get wind of one on the market, don't hesitate, because these little gems are a blast from the past that still deliver thrills today. If ever a boat could be likened to an old sports car, it's Spidercraft. These stylish and agile fiberglass boats were built for individuals who sought more than just a ride, more than just a means to get from one place to another. They wanted an experience. Compact but powerful, Spidercraft boats were light in weight, handled rough conditions well, and had quick acceleration. So they were the go-to boat for thrill lovers who enjoyed slicing through the water. Spidercrafts weren't made for Sunday afternoon cruising. No way. These boats were meant to skim along the water, cut corners like a pro, and have you feel every bit of speed. The aerodynamic hull design is made for optimum maneuverability, so you can dart across lakes, rivers, and even coastal waters with no problem at all. If you are the kind of person who enjoys water sports or enjoys the thrill of sliding across the water at high speeds, Spidercraft gave you a heart-stopping ride. Although less popular than some of the larger players in the fiberglass boat game, Spidercraft still remains dear to collectors and speed nuts' hearts. If you ever get the opportunity to ride aboard one of these pocket rockets, buckle up, because once you're hooked on Spidercraft, plain boats just won't cut it. And for those of you who feel like they belong in a different era, we have the Sealog. This vessel will make you feel like you just escaped from a 1950s sci-fi hero movie while cruising on the water. This one-of-a-kind design was made by the legendary industrial designer Brooks Stevens, and they were purposefully made to look like they are light years ahead of their time. But again, don't be fooled by its looks, because the Sealog was all about performance too. The fiberglass construction made it both lightweight and durable, while the streamlined hull allowed it to glide across any kind of water, from sunset cruises to races between neighbors. And one of the coolest things about the Sealog was its design philosophy. Stevens made sure to become one of America's most iconic industrial designers for sure. He made these boats for people with a vision of the future, and not just boating aficionados. Would you have a boat like this, or would you prefer to keep it more low-key? This one is bound to turn heads. Small? Sure. Powerful? Absolutely. The Jet Lark was a little jet boat that packed a whole lot of fun into a tiny package. It was like the go-kart of the water. Quick, nimble, and guaranteed to put a grin on your face from ear to ear. What was so unique about Jet Lark was that it had a jet propulsion system. While most boats are propeller-driven, the Jet Lark used a jet drive, so it didn't have to worry about hurting a propeller in shallow water. This allowed it to make fast circles around the lake, turn in tight circles, and even pull off some neat water tricks. Despite its small size, the Jet Lark was packed with power under the hood. These boats were designed for people who loved speed and adventure, but didn't want the hassle of a massive speedboat. Their light fiberglass construction made them glide over the water easily, and their unique jet system provided them with a smooth, exhilarating ride. Today, Jet Larks are a treasure hunter's dream. If you ever get a chance to drive a Jet Lark, don't pass it up, because the only thing more fun than looking at a Jet Lark is blowing across the water in one. And there you have it, some of the most legendary fiberglass boats to ever hit the water. Whether you're a collector, a casual admirer, or just someone who now has a sudden unexplainable urge to buy a boat and tell people it's an investment, welcome to the club. These fiberglass beauties may be classics, but their charm never ends. From the James Bond featured Glastron to the rare and elusive Cat, these timeless gems come in all shapes, sizes, and shines. So, whether you're restoring one, out on a cruise in one, or dreaming about owning one, we hope this video reinforced your love and hype for these beautifully classic vessels. Or maybe it inspires you to finally take the plunge into owning your own precious fiberglass boat. But if your wife gets mad at you for such a purchase, we'll gladly take the blame. Thanks for watching here on Vintage Boats, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And let us know in the comments, if you could take out any of these vintage fiberglass boats for a spin, which would you choose? Or if you like too many of them, which would you not choose? We look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.